Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather today.
Well, good Tuesday morning. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We have a lot to talk about, even though we are nice and dry for the next few days. Things will start to change once we get towards the latter part of the week, and that could entail some severe weather as well. Let's get right to it. Take a look at your Build Your Day forecast by Parks Lumber Company. Things again looking fantastic for your Tuesday. We'll start things out with an hourly look, and things, like I said, just looking absolutely fantastic. Getting up to 64 degrees by about noon today, with a little bit of a breeze out there out of the southwest at about 8 to 10 miles per hour. Then we'll eventually rise into the lower and middle 70s once we get into the late afternoon hours. So definitely feeling more like spring out there as opposed to winter now that we're getting towards that middle part of March. Here's your futurecast for the next 24 hours, and it's really not going to show anything for your Tuesday. Like I mentioned, temperatures getting up into the 70s later on in the afternoon and evening. A little bit of a breeze out there out of the southwest. Again, about 5 to 10 miles per hour going into your evening hours. Things looking good as well. Temperatures cooling back down into the 50s and 40s once we get into your Wednesday morning. And then as we go through the day on Wednesday, we'll start to see some clouds increase across the area, and that will set the stage for stormy weather coming up on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So let's step through it here. Let's start Wednesday at 6 p.m. We'll start to see probably some high thin clouds moving across the area, but all of this stuff that we're watching is still well off to our west. This first piece of energy moves on through this weak area of low pressure as we get into your Thursday. So during the day on Thursday, you're probably going to need that umbrella handy at times. I don't think it's going to be a complete washout of a day. I think you're still going to have some periods of dry weather, but you're going to see periods of rain out there as well for your Thursday. Once we get into Friday, this is where things start to get a little more iffy in regards to the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms. We're going to have a nice southerly wind pushing up warm, moist air into our area for your Friday, and this is stopped just after midnight going into your Saturday. We're going to have possibly one batch of storms that moves on through during the late evening and early overnight hours on your Friday into your Saturday. This could have the potential for some strong or even severe storms with it. So this is kind of round one, if you will, that we're going to have to watch for. Then what happens during the day on Saturday is still somewhat in question, but it still appears that there's going to be enough instability, enough wind shear in place that Saturday could have more strong and even severe thunderstorms in place. Again, this is 7 p.m. on Saturday. Very nice, warm, moist air moving into the area, and that's going to set the stage for those strong or severe thunderstorms as we go into your Saturday as well. With it still being several days out, we don't know the finer details. We don't know, when is it going to hit your town. We don't know that timing exactly. We don't know the magnitude of the threats. When I mean that, I'm talking about we do have that chance for all hazards. That includes hail, damaging winds, tornadoes, and even the chance of some flash flooding out there. When I talk about the magnitude, I can't tell you at this moment we're going to have the highest risk is going to end up being damaging winds of, say, 80 miles per hour, or I can't tell you that the highest risk is going to be strong EF2 or higher tornadoes. We don't know the scope of that yet, but we do know that there are going to be ingredients in place that you could get all forms of severe weather that do include damaging winds, large hail, and the chance of tornadoes. Once we get closer to Friday and Saturday, specifically Thursday, that's when we're going to start getting the best higher resolution data coming in. That's when we can start kind of pinpointing more specifics in regards to the potential of that magnitude. So until then, let's take a look at what we kind of know right now. Like I mentioned, we do have the chance for all hazards, including the risk of tornadoes. As Friday, once we start getting into the Friday and overnight hours, like I mentioned, we're going to have that potential first round move on through. And then as we get into Saturday, that threat starts to shift a little bit further to the east, and we still have the chance at redevelopment during the day on Saturday, and those will also have the chance of seeing all forms of severe weather on the table. So what you need to do right now is just stay weather aware for the next several days. Know that Friday and Saturday are the days to watch. There's no need to be worried or alarmed at this point. We're just watching that potential. Things could change. Things could shift into where we don't really think there's going to be severe weather, or they could flip-flop and we could be looking at a potentially higher threat for severe weather. We just don't know everything yet, so that's what you need to do. Just stay tuned, and we'll take this day by day, and we'll track it along with you guys the best that we can. So here's your 7-day forecast. Again, like I mentioned, for your Tuesday, things looking absolutely fantastic out there. If there's a chance that you could get away from work for a little bit, Tuesday would not be a bad day to go out for some golf. That's something I'm actually trying to do. I hadn't played golf in a while. Tuesday might be the day to do that. Who knows? Take a look at the rest of your 7-day forecast. Wednesday and Thursday, we have that first round of storms moving through that first initial system. Then, like I mentioned, that chance for severe weather Friday and Saturday. We're watching those. Behind it, we do cool down pretty good on your Sunday, going down to 59 degrees, but then we quickly rebound on your Monday with temperatures at 65. That's it for your latest forecast on this Tuesday morning. Kelly Rosson will be in for your noon show to give you the latest information later on today.